So, Mason Greenwood is probably poised to rejoin Manchester United fully and be reintegrated into the club. And for a lot of people, this is going to be news that is shocking, disgraceful, disgusting, nasty, horrendous. But I'm not surprised. And I don't think many of you should be surprised either, because let's face it, Mason Greenwood, up to the point where he was suspended and the leaks came out, which was I think January last year, he was pretty much considered the best academy product that Manchester United have produced in a long while, if ever. You know, he was ambidextrous, he could finish, the finishing was cold, and he could play as a striker, a right winger. And the thing is, that's going to play a key part in this. Now, whether Manchester United have found evidence of, let's say, contradicting evidence to what has been publicly available remains to be seen. But it seems that that's the case, that they've done the investigation. I think they've said that there's evidence that's not in the public domain that they've looked at and has shined the light on the real situation, the context surrounding like the audio and the pictures. And the thing is, if that's the case, then we have to wait and see what it is, because all we have access to is the tape, the audio tape, which is disgusting, and the pictures. And the pictures we saw, I don't know how you could provide context for that suggests Mason is innocent or something. You know, it's just it's a messy situation. For me, based on the evidence that's out there that we know of, heck no, Mason Greenwood shouldn't be allowed back at Manchester United. He shouldn't. But that's one side of the evidence and the story, you know. The audio, again, apparently there's rumours that it's been tampered with and it was edited. And the whole situation is that Harriet was accusing Mason of cheating and she was assuming he was cheating. So she decided to try and ruin him or something, to make him jealous or to just ruin him point blank. Whether that's true, I don't know. It's all speculation. But if that's the case, then what a silly, messy situation it is. But to me, how does that explain the pictures of her being bruised, like having bruises on her face and her arms and stuff like that? I don't know how that explains it. And the audio, apparently, like I said, it's been tampered with and it was edited or something. I don't know if that's the case. But even if Mason Greenwood is completely innocent, this is going to be with him forever. Because you'll have people that don't care and they'll still associate him with the allegations. There'll be people who, like trolls, for example, or maybe fans will try and use it against him. You know how people are. So for him, it's a messy situation if he's innocent. If he's not innocent, then I don't know why Manchester United are bringing him back. We know how United are. PR merchants, they love to look good in a public image for the most part. And to bring back someone like Mason Greenwood, if he is not fully innocent of these crimes, of these allegations, then that's a bad look. This leads me on to something here. I've seen people on Twitter. Now, I'm going to offend some people here. I've seen people on Twitter for the past, let's say, since February, just before February, they've come out and said, you know, people have arguments with their other half all the time, or you should give him a second chance, or, you know, things along those lines. And I've even seen a couple of people saying that he's innocent, but he hasn't gone through the courts. He hasn't been proven guilty or not guilty. So we cannot say that he's completely and utterly innocent. What we have in the public domain is all we have. And that's what we base our judgment on. And it does not look good whatsoever. At all. So I don't know why people are coming out and assuming that everything, the context, the evidence, conversations, stuff like that is out in the public domain when it's not. And they're going on saying that he's innocent. The police think he's innocent and that we should just forgive him and let him join the team again. When the fact of the matter is, all we have available to the public is audio, which does not sound pleasant whatsoever, pictures, and, you know, you've got the investigation itself. That's all we have by the police, and that was dropped in February. So I don't know why people come out and say that, oh, he's innocent, when the courts haven't decided anything, and he wasn't able to go through in front of a jury, and be declared guilty or not guilty. So the next best thing is this investigation by Manchester United, which has been going on for about a year. And it seems that they're finally ready, or about to be ready, to announce that he's coming back. For the women's team, it will be intriguing to see their reaction, whether they protest, if they even can protest, because the club may just decide to suspend them or something. And whether they'd, you know, not be okay with it, but have to live with the decision. We've seen some fans, not a lot, but some fans protesting against the inclusion of Greenwood back into the team. And we saw a statement as well earlier in the week or last week, something like that. So there are murmurs, there are a few people that are not happy and are actually protesting. But we've heard again, the men's team, his teammates or ex-teammates, have been saying that they'd be happy for him to rejoin the team. Maybe they've been briefed on what the club have found and that they're comfortable enough that he is innocent or he isn't as guilty as people think he is, So for you guys watching this video, do you believe that Mason Greenwood should be back in the squad for Manchester United? Again, all we have available to us is the tape and the pictures, which were leaked. I don't know if Harriet released them herself on purpose or whether maybe someone close to her decided to release them. They're out and everyone has heard them and seen the pictures. So do you believe he's innocent? Do you believe that if Manchester United bring out evidence that provides enough context for us to understand what the situation was, are you willing to change your mind? Because again, there could be some evidence and context that suggests that things aren't as they seem. And Greenwood, he still may be guilty, but we may be able to have some context to see what the heck was going on. Because to me, it's a tapped situation. And the fact that Harriet and Mason, well, they've had a baby now. I think she gave birth. So they have a child now. During the whole investigation by the police, they were meeting up with each other when they weren't allowed to. And all of a sudden, the police in February say that new evidence has come to light or something like that. And they're going to drop the investigation. Whether it's because Harriet dropped charges or whether she, in quotation marks, told the truth and provided context, I don't know. But hopefully, we hear something and we hear something concrete, providing context for what happened and evidence that suggests that Greenwood isn't, let's say, an evil woman beater, a domestic abuser. So, and there's also rumors that Mason Greenwood may be doing a TV interview to explain everything. And again, Harry Maguire did a TV interview about the Greece situation. I don't know how the heck he hasn't been extradited to Greece and recalled for a trial after like 3-4 years, but it is what it is. For Greenwood, if he does a TV interview, I'd be very intrigued to hear what he has to say about the situation, along with the evidence and the context needed so we can have a full picture. Because all we have is the tape and the pictures. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you believe Mason Greenwood should be back in the squad? Do you think that, like I said earlier, do you think you can change your mind if evidence comes to light that shows things in a different way? And also, if Greenwood is proven to not be as innocent as people claim him to be, and the evidence and context that comes out shows that it is actually still that bad and that Greenwood is the perpetrator here, how would you look at Manchester United? Because as a club, you will forever be known as the club that brought back a player who beat his girlfriend, who abused his girlfriend, if the evidence and context that comes out isn't as good as people are saying it could be. So yeah, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.